we're going to do a comparo here. I want to see what the difference in damage in a gelatin block between a pistol and then getting the higher velocity out of 16-inch barrel carbine, how much more damage that equates to in the gel here. So this is 10% ballistics gel by clearballistics.com. I paid for everything myself. I'm not sponsored or anything yet. So I don't know how the heck those guys get those blocks so freaking clear. You're supposed to bake it at 270 for 4 hours, and well, this is 6 hours and it's still cloudy, and as you can see, all the particles are still suspended in there. So I think honestly, for the most part, those guys just use fresh blocks every time. But at $120 a block, I can't afford that until I'm sponsored. So, but that's what the gel is. I've had to use my own molds because they charge $80 a piece for their molds. One day we'll have all that, and hopefully just sponsorship where we're getting fresh blocks every time. But anyways, that's 10% Clear Ballistics gel by Clear Ballistics. We're going to shoot these because I brought a whole bunch of other stuff I intended to test, but I found out the sub 2K is not plus P rated, so we don't want anything blown up in our face, so we're just running standard pressure today. So I have some regular gold dots here, 124 grain standard pressure, these new MHPs, and we have these Underwood Extreme Defenders with the fluted tips, whatever you want to call them. Oops, I'm dropping them there. So it doesn't expand or anything like that, but those flutes cause fluid disruption, so it does damage like a hollow point. But the point of this video is we want to see, we know they go faster out of the 16-inch barrel. Send some over a chrono real quick and show you, but we want to see how much that extra velocity gets us as far as damage is concerned. So I got enough of the Underwood to show you 3 over the chrono in, put them in the block. Obviously I got enough gold dots, this is full. These I do not. So if you want to see the velocity on those, we just did a video where we were testing pistol velocity with these and these. I'll link it in the description because we want to see what kind of velocity we could get out of these out of a full-size pistol. Because in a 9mm video I did where we shot all these rounds into a bunch of ballistic gel, I later chronoed these rounds out of my 3.2-inch barrel 9mm I used in that video, and a lot of these came in under advertised velocity, so we were testing what kind of velocity we get out of this. But as a little bonus footage in that video, we put these two through that to compare the velocity. So if you want velocity in these, you have to go check out that video. I'll put a link to it in the description. I'll also put that 9mm gel test video where we shot all these, link in the description as well. So we'll do these two on camera before we hit the block with them, but for that one you'll have to check out the other video. Alright, I got the Underwoods in here. They are advertised 1400. You're going to get 2 through this and 2 through the carbine, because that's all I have to save enough to still do the gel. Backing up a little. Alright. So that's what you get from the pistol. And then from the 16-inch, MHPs I gotta skip, like I said. I'm not sure what these gold dots are advertised at as far as velocity goes, but I'll find it and I'll throw it up on the screen. Again, these are just the standard pressure 124 grain gold dots. I'll get the number on velocity and throw it up for you. So we'll do 3 out of the pistol and 3 out of the carbine. Okay. So we're hovering around 1200 in the pistol there. And then low 13s out of the carbine with a 16-inch barrel. So like I said, you have to check out the other video if you want to see what the MHPs did, same comparison. We're going to get this set up and we'll hit the gel with them now. I'm not sure if I mentioned in the video, but these are, I'm pretty sure I did, 10% ballistics gel, clear ballistics. So this front one here, there's a few pieces of denim in there from when we was doing tests. And this one's got a bunch of, there's the pieces of the RIP rounds. And these are pieces of Liberty Civil Defense. Those are some 22 rounds we shot into them. But these are all up here because that's the bottom of the side of the pan, so they all settled. So it shouldn't obstruct anything. The only obstructions you got going on is just little tiny pieces of denim in there. First up, we'll do the MHPs on the right. I'm going to try to hit the top with the pistol, bottom with the rifle for each set. I'll do gold dot on the left, and then in the center we'll run the Underwoods. And we'll pull them out and examine when we're finished. Here's the entry. Little tiny hole. Cavity from the top and the side if you can see it from the side. See anything from the side? A little bit. Right there's the bullet. 11 inches, so these blocks are 11 inches front to back. Still hot. Opened pretty good, but they definitely didn't fold out all the way. We'll take that up for later examination. So now I'm going to hit it right under that shot with the rifle for the carbine. She came in a lot lower than what I was trying to get. Let me flip this up so you can see the bottom. Potentially, yeah, there's that. Oh, it's right there.
Yep, stop at the same point.
Yeah, it's poking out the very back there. Opened a little more. So it only fully opened out of the carbine with a 16-inch barrel. Out of the full-size pistol, it didn't even open up all the way. Which, if you go watch that other video and you see the velocity results on it, you'll know why. Do the gold dots on the left side. It's a lot better cavity.
Oh yeah.
That was a little more inward than what I intended for, but it's alright. I still got plenty of room for the other ones. You see the bullet from the side or anything? Or, oh, you got that bounce back from that stupid. You get bounce back with this. You can see the. Can you see it from the side?
Yeah.
How the bullet bounces back is one disadvantage of this. It doesn't always leave a trail, so sometimes you don't know that it bounces back. To the end of that bounce back channel, it's 14. Otherwise, it's sitting at 12.5. So we'll take the rifle one around here somewhere. Get it up top too.
Yeah.
The channel. Where's that one at?
Looks like it stopped right here at the end.
Would make sense because the higher velocity it should have opened more. So yeah, it's right there. Not quite poking out though. So 10.5, 11 inches. We'll pull these out at the end when we're done there. So now we'll try the Underwood in the center. Don't wait high.
Caught it though.
Still captured it good though. Nothing broke out the top. So it's still good capture. Didn't skew the results at all. Bullet tumble, turn around backwards. That's probably what this is from. Vastly different. 18.5 there. 19. Vastly different cavity than in the Knox brown gelatin. So you want to check out that video of the huge 9mm test we did, where we shot all those rounds and more into the Knox synthetic, or not synthetic, organic, the pork gelatin, and compared to this, because my experience is the clear gel, the cavities are always much smaller in pistols than the brown. And the brown, the Knox gel is what the FBI uses. They say it's more accurate representation. So yeah, and the clear ballistics gel, these don't seem to do a whole lot, but it was the complete opposite in the brown gel. Ah. Where'd I hit that?
I don't know.
There's no way I completely missed. I think I pulled it up and over. And that hole was already there, right?
I don't think so. I think that's a new hole.
Nope. That's the same one. Well, good thing I got one left. I don't know, I must have jerked it when I pulled the trigger and shot over it, I'm guessing. It's hard because shooting this, I need my little ones you stick in the ears, because when you aim, this hits and you can't get low enough to aim with this style of ear protection on. It's that, or to get low enough, you push it off your ear and then you get the whole blast. I forgot that I needed the traditional foam inserts for this. You know, with how low, around the front, I might have actually shot under it with that other one. With how low that, I was aiming right here when I pulled that trigger. Nice steady release, didn't move at all, and it hit down there. So I might have pulled that one and shot clear under the table. Well, I didn't see this with the table upright. I did pull a little low, because that was a hole from previously, and I didn't see this with the table upright. So that underwood went there, shot through the leg. And then, oh, I hit that thing or something. There, that's the exit from the underwood. So yeah, we hit the table low. Anyways, there's our hit there. It skimmed the table. There's the track. It's open here where it hit the table. What the hell? Where'd it go?
Pretty sure it went through the table.
Yeah, that's what I think. Either way, this doesn't look much different. I'm sure in the brown Knox gelatin it would, but cavity's no larger from the rifle before it either tipped down and went like that, or it's in the table. Which actually, it made it more than halfway of its travel, so it's probably in the table there. But yeah, the wound cavity is not really any different. Alright, so this is what we captured. You already saw those. MHPs. Alright, here's the gold dots. So this one's out of the pistol, and then this was the rifle, and you can see it just, that extra velocity glazed it over, which a lot of people will say, well, out of a carbine, I only run 147 grain, because you get the same velocity out of a 16-inch barrel with most 147 grain loads compared to the 115s or 124s like these are, because they don't want overexpansion like that. Well, my theory is it's a carbine. I didn't get it for extremely close range, you know, 7 yards or whatever. you know, I got it for 25, 50, 75, 100 yards, and we've shot 9mm carbines up to 300 yards on the channel. So it may not be perfection at point blank range, but further out, where out of a pistol it's no longer even going to expand at all because the velocity drops too low, you're going to go from this to something that looks like that at, you know, around 50 yards. So me personally, I don't mind the overexpansion up close, because I bought, you know, I use a carbine for further ranges, so I like that it has overexpansion at super close range. And then there's the underwood. Like I said, no deformation there. Like I said, it tears the brown stuff up, and these it doesn't do much. I even posted a video explaining the differences between these two gels. There's a lot of differences, but I'm going to be getting different grains of these and plus P ones, and they make a lighter one too, and I have them in other calibers as well. I'm going to do some actual like a meat test instead of this gel to see once and for all how they compare hitting meat compared to, you know, good hollow points. So that'll be coming up eventually as well. I guess for that matter, it may have been better to use the brown gel for this test anyways, because as you can see, there's not really, they almost look identical with the gold dots. And if I recall correctly, other than seeing that you definitely got more expansion, which should mean more damage, right, out of the MHP, pretty much the same wound channels. That's that clear gelatin. Everybody loves this stuff, but it's not that accurate in my opinion, because that definitely should have done more damage with the higher velocity and further expansion. And it's exactly the same thing with the gold dots. They look pretty much identical. Brown might have been better for this, but I didn't have any made up, so that's what we got for today. But even if this doesn't conclude anything, at least you got some velocity results there. That's definitely results these though, so it might not change the way it looks in the gel, but you can see the change here. You got a larger diameter expansion there, a larger diameter expansion there from the extra velocity. Anyways, I'll quit rambling on. Make sure you check out the link in the description for the other videos if you want to check those out. Appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.